Hello students, welcome to the fifth lecture on the lecture series on percentage. Okay, so previously what we are doing is we were doing some exercise problems and we have already covered all the concepts and types of problem that are being asked on various competitive exams. Okay, so next what we will do is we will do some previous year questions. Okay, we will solve them. So let's proceed with this lecture and we will be covering previous year questions. Okay, so let's see problem number 1. So the problem number 1 tells us that the population of a city increases. So here is a term that you need to highlight. Increases. So population increases. Okay. And increasing rate is 5%. Okay. Increase at a rate of 5%. And this is per annum. Okay. The data is on per annum. So every year the city's population increases by 5%. So if the present population of city is 370,440. So present population is 370,440. Okay. So population 3 years ago. So before 3 years, what was the population of the city? Okay. So there are 4 options. One is 2,80,000, 3,60,000, 30,000, 3,20,000. Okay. Only one of these is correct. Okay. Let's see which one among these is correct. So how to proceed with this problem? So in this problem, what we need to do is we need to calculate population 3 years ago. Okay. So let 3 years ago population was X. Okay. We will assume the quantity to be X. This is assumption. Okay. So let's see. So present population is 3,70,440. So every year the population increases by 5%. 5% increase. Okay. So in 3 years, according to the question, 370,440. Okay. So 370,440 will be equal to X into 1 plus 5 by 100 whole power 3. Okay. So this will be what? The present population. If 3 years ago the population was X. So if X was initial population, then X into 1 plus 5 by 100 whole power 3 will be what? 3,70,440. How? Because if X was the initial population, so the population after first year will be what? 0.05 X plus X. Okay. So what is it equal to? It is equal to 1.05 X. And then on the next year, what will happen is population after second year will be 0.05 into 1.05 X. Okay. This much plus 1.05 X. So which will be equal to 1.05 X whole into what? 0.05 plus 1. Okay. That is equal to 1.05 whole square. Okay. So population after 3 years will be equal to 1.05 okay whole square X into 0.05 plus 1.05 whole square X. That is actually equal to 1.05 whole cube X. Okay. And let's see what is this. So if you convert this to decimal form, what is it equal to? This is equal to X into 1 plus 0.05 whole cube, right? So that is equal to X into 1.05 whole cube. It is actually equal to this one. So in these two methods, this is the manual method and this is the formula based method. Okay. Using these two methods, we can arrive at the conclusion this. Okay. So let's solve this. So this into 20 into 20 into 20 by 21 into 21 into 21 is equal to 320,000. So this is the correct answer. So population of the city before 3 years was 3,20,000. That is why now after 5% increase in each year, the population after 3 years became 3,70,440 present. Okay, past population. So the only option that is correct among these is 3 lakh. This is the only correct option, and all these are wrong. Okay, so this is wrong, this is wrong, this is definitely wrong. So problem number 2 asks us what will be the net discount after two successive discounts of 40% and 20%. Okay, so let's say you have a 100 rupee note. Okay, 100 rupees that you have currently. Okay, then what you did was you gave a, don't take it as a note, you have a biscuit. Okay, you have a biscuit, that's price is 100 rupees. Okay, so what I gave was, I gave first 40% discount. Okay, and then what I gave was, then I gave another 20% discount on the existing selling price. Okay, so after 40% discount, what left was 60 rupees, right? So I had 60 rupees. So then what I need to do was, I gave 20% discount on the remaining 60 rupees. Okay, so I have 60 rupees and then 20% of 60 rupees is equal to what? 20 by 100 into 60. That is nothing, but 2 into 6 is equal to 12 rupees. Okay, then again after giving 20% discount, the next price will be 48, as 60 minus 12 is equal to 48. Okay, so 48 will be the final selling price. Okay, so what we can see here is, we had 100 rupee biscuit, okay, which had MRP 100 rupees, but we are selling it at 48%. So we are basically giving what? 52 rupees as discount. So what is 52 of 100 in percentage is equal to 52%. Okay, so we are basically giving 52%. So C is the only correct answer here, and 60 is wrong, 68 is wrong, and 42 is wrong. Okay, this question has been already asked in SSC Sub-Inspector 2017 exam. Okay, so as you can see, only 52 is the correct answer here, and this is how we proceed for the question. Okay, so let's see the next problem. No, let's see the step-by-step problem. So required net discount will be 40 plus 20 minus 40 into 20 whole by 100%. Okay, this is the general formula. If you want to give successive discounts, then D1 plus D2 minus D1 into D2 whole by 100. This much amount of percent will be the, okay, required discount. Net discount is equal to net discount of MRP, okay, or cost price, selling cost price, okay, MRP. So 52 is the correct answer here. Okay, let's see problem number 3. If 40% of a number is 290, then what is the number which is 20% more than the initial number? So 40% of a number is 290. So let that number be x. Okay, then 40% of x is equal to what? X into 40 by 100 is equal to 290. X is equal to 290 by 290 into 100 by 40. So 0 cancels here out. And what we are left with is 25 into 29. So 25 into 29. So 5 into 9 is equal to what? 45. So 5 must be there. So 250, 625 plus 100 is equal to 725. So this is the only correct answer here. Okay, no, this is not the correct answer. So the number x is equal to 725. Okay, x is equal to 725. So what we need to do is, which is 20% more than the initial number. So 20% more, right? So 20% into 725. So 20 by 100 into 725. So this is 29. And by dividing it by 25, we are left with 4. So 4 means 5. So 29 into 5. So 29 into 5 is equal to what? 100 plus 45 is equal to 145. So 145 plus 725. So 25 plus 5 is equal to 30, 70, 770, 870. So 870 here is the correct answer. These are all wrong answers. Okay, this is the value of x, but we don't want this. Okay, we want with 20% added value with itself. Okay, that is actually 870, and 680 is also wrong answer. So this question has been asked in SSC Sub Inspector 2017 exam. Okay, so let's see the step-by-step solution. So let the original number be x. According to the question, what we are left with is this. This is what we got as an algebraic equation out of that word problem. So the basic thing to do is word problem convert algebraic equation. Okay. So after doing that, x is equal to 290 into 100 whole by 40 is equal to 725. So the required number is 870. Okay, this is the correct answer. Let's see the next problem. So the problem number 4. Okay, the price of a table depreciates every year by 20%. Okay, so this depreciates. Okay, and decreases every year by 20%. So 20%. If the value of the table after 2 years be this, okay, after 2 years its value is given to us, and what is the present price? Okay, we want to calculate this one. So is it 48,000, 44,000, 51,000 or 50,000? Okay, only one of these is correct. So let's see which one among these is correct. Okay, so the present price of the table is 32,000 by 1 minus 20 by 100. Okay, we can also do this manually, but let's focus on the problem method, that is general formula method. Okay, so 32,000 by 1 minus 20 by 100 whole square. Okay, this is minus here. Okay, in the previous question, since there was appreciation, that's why we added things here. Okay, but in this case it will be subtracted. Okay, so since it is asked for 2 years, that is why in the general formula here is the number of years. Okay, if it is done in manual form. Okay, annual form. So solution will be 32,000 into 5 by 4 into 5 by 4, because 1 minus 20 by 100 is equal to what? 1 minus 80 by 100. Sorry, it will be 80 by 100 whole square is equal to 8 by 10 whole square. Right. So the answer becomes 32,000 into 5 by 4 into 5 by 4. Okay. So it will be equal to what? 32,000 into 25 by 16. So that is equal to 16. So this will be 2,000. So 2,000 into 25 is equal to 50,000. So 50,000 will be the answer. Okay. So let's see problem number 5. Okay. So the income of A is 24% more than the income of B. So by what percentage is the income of B less than the income of A? Okay, this problem seems a bit tricky, but it is not. Okay, let's see how. So the income of A is 24%. The first thing to note here is income of A is 24% than the income of B. Okay, comparatively. So let income of B is equal to X. So income of A is equal to what? X plus 24%. Okay. So that is 0.24x. Okay. So what is the income of B less than the income of A? Okay. So income of A is equal to what? 1.2524x. Okay. So what we want to consider is, we want to consider how much is income of B less than this. Okay. So how much is x by 1.24x into 100? Okay. So x cancels out, and what we are left with is 100 by 124 into 100. This much percent. The income of B is less than the income of A. So it will be equal to what? 100 into 100, right? Whole by 124. So this is 50, 62, then 31, and then 50. So 2500 by 31. Okay. This much amount less. So 2500 by 31. So let's see. So let income of B is 100. So income of A is equal to what? 100 plus 100 into 24 by 100 is equal to 124. So difference in income is equal to 24. So difference in income of B with respect to A is equal to 24 by 124. Okay. So it will be 600% by 31%. So let's see problem number 6. Okay. In an examination, 48% of candidates passed in science and 6% failed in mathematics. So if 32% failed in both the subjects, then what percent passed in both the subjects? So in an examination, 48% of candidates passed in science. So pass in science is equal to 48%. Okay. And 6% failed in math. 32% failed in both. 32% in both. So let's see. So percentage of student passed in mathematics is equal to 94%, right? So number of students passed in either science or maths is equal to 68%. Okay. So students passed in mathematics are 94 and number of students passed in either science or math is 68%. So number of students passed in both the subjects is equal to cardinality of A minus cardinality of A. Cardinality of A intersection B is equal to cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A union B. Okay. So we have used this formula, that is cardinality of A intersection B is equal to cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A union B. Okay. So that is nothing but 48% plus 94% minus 68%. Okay. That is nothing but 74%. Okay. So we have the answer. So I think there is a typo here. This should have been 74%. Okay. So 74%. And this is the only correct option. And these are all wrong answers. Okay. So let's see problem number 7. So in a class of 45 students, 40% are girls and the remaining are boys. So the average marks of the girls is 64 and that of the boys is 60. So what is the average marks of the whole class? Okay. So in a class of 45 students, 40% are girls. So what? 40 by 100 into 45. We want to know the number of girls. So that is what? This is 20 and this is 9. So 2. So 18 girls in this class. Okay, the remaining are boys. So how many boys are there? There are 27 boys. Okay. So the average marks of the girls is 64 and that of boys is 60. So what is the average marks of the whole class? So let's see. The number of girls in the class is equal to 45 into 40 by 100, that is equal to 18. So number of boys in the class is equal to 45 minus 18 is equal to 27. Okay, so the total marks of girls is equal to 18 into 64 is equal to 1152. Okay, so total marks of the boys is equal to 27 into 60 is equal to 1620. So total marks of the class is equal to 1152 plus 1620 is equal to 2772. Okay, so average marks of the class is equal to 2772 by 45 is equal to 61.6. So this will be the correct option. 61.6 is the correct option. These are all wrong options. Okay, so this question has been asked in 2018 SSC sub-inspector exam. Okay, so the answer was 61.6. Okay, this was the correct answer. Let's see problem number 8. So the successive discount of 25%, 20%, 10% is equivalent to a single discount of what? 44%, 46%, 54% or 48%. So this question seems a bit tricky, but let's see how to solve it. Okay. So the single discount is this 1 minus whole of 1 minus d1 into whole of 1 minus d2 into successively multiplied with 1 minus dn. Okay, n is in the subscript here. Okay, this thing to be remembered. Okay, where d1, d2, dn are successive discounts. So what we will be getting is we'll be getting all the total discount, that is full discount on MRP. So 1 minus 25, that is 0.25 into 1 minus 0.2 into 1 minus 0.1, that is equal to 1 minus 0.75 into 0.8 into 0.9. Okay, that is actually equal to what? Equal to 0.46. So 0.46 in percentage is 46%. This is the correct option. So all the other options are incorrect. So only 46% is correct. These are all wrong. These options are all wrong. Okay. Let's see problem number 9. So the price of sugar is decreased by 10%. So by what percent can a person increase the consumption so that there is no change in the expenditure? Okay. So what we want to do is, after the sugar price is increased, we want to increase the consumption so that we consume so much that there is no change in expenditure. The amount that we actually utilize on sugar remains the same. Okay. So let's see whether the answer is 10% or 100 by 11 or 100 by 9 or 109 by 11. So let's see. Let the price of 1 kg sugar is 100. We took 100 in order to ease the calculation. So after decrease the price of 1 kg sugar is equal to 100 into 100 minus 10 by 100 is equal to 90. Okay. So now the amount of sugar purchased in 100 is equal to 1 by 90 into 100, that is 100 by 10 by 9. So percentage increase in consumption will be 10 by 9 minus 1 whole by 100 into 100, that is 100 by 9%. Okay. So 100 by 9% is the correct one. These are all wrong options. Let's solve problem number 10. So an article is subject to two successive discounts of 10% and 5% before being sold. So if its mark price is 800, then its selling price is. So article is subject to two successive discounts, 10% and 5% before being sold. Okay. So we know the cumulative percentage formula, that is 1 minus d1 into 1 minus d2. This will be used here. So 1 minus what? 0.1 into 1 minus 0.05. So that is equal to what? 1 minus 0.9 into 0.95. So whatever it is, it will give us the cumulative discount. So that will be equal to what? 684. So 684 will be the final price at which the product will be sold. Okay. So 684 is the correct option. These are all wrong. So this question has been asked in 2018 SSC CGL exam. CHSL exam. Okay. So 684 is the correct answer here. Let's see problem number 11. An article is sold for 528 after 2 successive discounts. Again, we will use that formula. Okay. The formula is 1 minus D1 into 1 minus D2. Okay. If the examiner wants to take the complexity to the next level, he'll give you 4 or 5 successive discounts or what. There can nothing be changed. Okay. So this is the main formula for these kind of questions. Okay. If there are successive discounts, whether it is n time successive discount or f time successive discounts, you will use this formula. Okay. So let's see the solution. Whether 760 is the answer, 750, 740 or 780. Okay. So mark price is equal to selling price into 100 by 100 minus discount percent. So that is equal to 528 into 100 by 100 minus 20 into 100 by 100 minus 12. That is equal to 528 into 100 by 80 into 100 by 88. Okay, that is actually equal to 750. So this is the correct answer here. Let's see problem number 12. The price of sugar is increased by 20%. A person wants to increase his expenditure by 8% only. By what percent should he increase his consumption? Okay, so as to let the original price of the sugar be 100 rupees per kg. So after increase, the 1 kg sugar will be 120 because the hike is 20%. Okay, so let's see, expenditure increases by 8%. So new expenditure is equal to 108. So the amount of sugar bought is in 108. Okay, so 1000 by 120 into 108 will give us the amount of sugar consumed. That is 900 gram. Okay, so 900 gram. So percent reduction in consumption is equal to 1000 minus 900 whole by 1000 into 100 because we want it in percentage. So it will be equal to what? 100 by 1000 into 100. Okay, this is what? So this will be 10%, right? Because 3 zeros are cancelled here and what we are left with is only 10. So 10% is the correct answer. So the only correct option here is 10. These are all wrong. Let's see problem number 13. An article is sold for 288. After 2 successive discounts of 25% and X%, if the market price of article is 480, what is the value of X? So let's find out the value of X. So mark price is equal to actually selling price into 100 by 1 minus discount percentage. So that is actually equal to 480 into 100 minus 25 by 100 into X by 100 is equal to 288. So X is equal to 288 into 100 into 100 whole by 480 into 75. So 80%. Okay. So the correct option here is 80%. Okay. So this is 3, 4. Okay. So this will be what? 60, 50, 240, 25, 120. Okay. This is 70. No, 9, 93. And this is 40. 10. And this is 5. Not 5, this is 2. And this is 5. So 93 into 2. 93 into what? 5 by 2. Okay, this much amount of percentage. Let's see problem number 14. So the price of sugar is increased by 17%. A person wants to increase his expenditure by 5% only. So by approximately what percent should be decreased his consumption? Okay. So the price of sugar is increased by 17%. So initial price, let it be 100 and the increased price will be 117 because there was 17% hike. So increased expenditure is 105. So consumption will be 1000 into 1000 minus 897.4 whole by 1000 into 100 because we want it in percentage. So 10.26%. So this will be the correct answer. This is wrong, wrong and draw. Okay, so that's enough for today. Thank you.